Okay, a very good morning, children. Children, in the previous class I discussed the concept of compound interest and how to calculate or compute compound interest using the unitary method. Okay. Now, unitary method is of course a very lengthy method. It takes a lot of time to compute. Suppose the time period is given, say 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, like that. In that case, it will take a lot of time to compute the compound interest if you follow unitary method. So, it is better and convenient and time saving if we apply formula. So, what is the formula for compound interest? Before we discuss the formula for compound interest, now we have to discuss some terms connected with compound interest. Whatever terms are connected with your simple interest, P, R, T, you know, P for principal, R for rate of interest, T for time taken. These are the things which I have already discussed in the previous class. Here is another term known as conversion period. See children, so what is the meaning of conversion period? Okay, we should understand what is conversion period, which is usually denoted by the symbol N. Okay, N stands for conversion period. So what is the meaning of conversion period? You see children, to understand the meaning of conversion period, see, whatever money we keep in the bank or whatever sum we borrow from the bank, that is the principal. You already know, the loan taken or the money deposited. Okay, whatever interest the bank gives us. Okay, now how is interest calculated? How is interest compounded or calculated, that we have to know. You know, in simple interest it was per annum. Per annum means annually. What is the meaning of per annum? See, rate of interest R equal to 6% per annum. Per annum means in 1 year the rate of interest is 6 rupees on every 100 rupees. Okay. So what I mean to say children, interest is compounded in 3 ways. Actually 4 ways, but in your book it is given 3 ways. Okay. Interest may be compounded. The bank may compound, the bank and other financial organizations, they may compound. Not only the bank, post office, there are other means, LIC, there are so many things. Okay, so many financial agencies are there who gives us interest. Anyway, wherever we keep money. So now the point is, these financial organizations, they compound the interest in how many ways? They may compound interest annually. Try to understand, it is very important. Then only we will go for the formula. So interest may be compounded annually, it may be compounded half yearly, it may also be compounded quarterly. So what is the meaning of annually, half yearly or semi-annually and quarterly? These are the things, you see. Then only we can understand what is conversion period. You see, annually interest, you see, interest may be compounded, you see, annually means per annum, you see, annually, per annum. Okay. Second, semi-annually or half yearly, semi-annually or half yearly. Okay, then third is your quarterly. See children, so quarterly, the interest may be compounded annually, that is per annum, it may be semi-annually or half yearly, then quarterly. So what is the meaning? Per annum is very clear. In every year the interest will be calculated once in a year, that is annually or per annum. If interest is compounded once in a year, it is called annually or per annum. Okay. Now semi-annually means half yearly. So what does it mean? That means bank will gives interest. The bank will charge or give, whatever you say. The bank will charge interest half yearly. Half yearly means twice in a year, 6 months. In every 6 months the interest will be charged. That is called semi-annually or half yearly. So if the interest is payable in every 6 months, it is called half yearly or annually. If the interest is payable or chargeable once in a year, it is called annually or per annum. Then what about quarterly? Quarterly means in every 3 months. If the interest is payable in every 3 months, one quarter means in how many months? 3 months, because 1 year equal to 12 months. So 1 quarter, 12 divided by 4, it will be what? 3 months. In every 3 months, if the interest is payable, it is called quarterly. That means what I want to say, the interest is compounded. It may be compounded annually, semi-annually and quarterly. If this thing you understood, then you can easily understand what is conversion period. Okay. Now, before giving the definition of conversion period, let me give one example. See children, suppose Suppose P equal to 1000 rupees, try to understand. Suppose the principal or the sum is 1000 rupees, rate is say 10% per annum, okay, rate is 10% per annum, time is say 2 years, see, principal is 1000, rate is 10% per annum, rate of interest, time is 2 years. So in this case, see children, per annum, are equal to 10% per annum annually, compounded annually. See, compounded annually. Try to understand. From this we can understand what is conversion period. Okay. See, suppose principal is 1000 rupees. The rate is 10% per annum, but it is compounded annually. Interest being compounded annually, and time is given 2 years. See. So if interest is 10%, you see if the rate of interest is 10% per annum compounded annually, it will be compounded for how many years? For 2 years? Okay. So tell me, in this case, how many times the interest will be compounded? Try to understand, it is very important. Time is 2 years. Interest, it will be charged at what percent? 10% per annum compounded annually. Compounded annually means I just said now. Once in a year, okay. If the interest is compounded annually means once in a year, and if the time period is 2, then how many times the interest will be compounded? How many times? How many times the interest will be compounded in 2 years? Clearly 2 times. Clearly 2. Time is given 2 years. Interest is compounded annually, okay. So definitely here, in this case, if interest is compounded annually, in this case, the conversion period will be equal to 2. Time is 2 years, try to understand. Time is 2 years, interest compounded annually. That means, in this case, n equal to t. What I mean to say, see, n is the symbol for, I have not given the definition of conversion period till yet. I am trying to explain you what is the meaning of conversion period through different examples. See, so first I said, suppose principal is 1000, rate is 10% per annum, compounded annually, means once in every year, once in a year. And suppose you kept the money for 2 years. So how many times the interest will be compounded, charged? It will be 2 times. Once in a year, and time period is 2 years. That means 2, n equal to 2. So n will be equal to, here CP will be 2. Conversion period is not cost price, it is conversion period, CP. Conversion period, it is 2. That means n equal to t. So n will be equal to t when? When the conversion period will be equal to time period. If the interest is compounded annually. So please remember, when interest is compounded annually, the conversion period is equal to the time period in years. The time period given in years will be equal to the conversion period. Okay. Now, suppose you see, suppose this is given not annually. Suppose it is given compounded half yearly. See, half yearly. The same question I am changing. See. Suppose this is 1000 rupees principal, it is kept in the bank, and the bank pays a 10% rate of interest per annum, compounded half yearly. Compounded half, the interest will be compounded half yearly. What does it mean? That means in every 6 months, there will be computation or calculation of interest. The bank will pay interest in every 6 months, okay, compounded half yearly. Not annually. Annually means once in a year. Half yearly means 2 times in a year. Means in every 6 months the bank will give interest or the bank will charge interest, whatever the case may be. Okay. So you see. So suppose the time period is 2 years. Now in this case, children, if I ask you what will be the conversion period, can you tell me what will be the conversion period? You see, the time period is 2 years. Interest is compounded half yearly at 10% per annum. Try to understand. Okay. Interest is compounded half yearly at 10% per annum and the money is kept for 2 years. Now my question is, how many times the interest will be compounded then? Okay. Can you tell? In 1 year, how many? Half yearly means in every 6 months or twice in a year? Okay. If 2 times in a year, then how many times in 2 years? 4 times. If in 1 year the interest will be compounded 2 times, in 2 years the interest will be compounded how many times? 2 into 2, that is 4 times. So here, in this particular example, the conversion period will be 4. Okay. Why it is 4? Because the interest is compounded half yearly. That means, what is the time period in years? That will be multiplied by 2. So what will be the formula? See, in this case we can say n means the conversion period, it will be 2 into t. So please remember, this is. When interest is compounded half yearly, conversion period equal to 2 into time period in years. When interest is compounded annually, just I discussed earlier just before now. When interest is compounded annually, the conversion period n will be equal to t. It will be equal to t, means time period in years. Okay. Then, suppose interest is, now let us consider the third case. Okay. Suppose it is compounded quarterly at 10%, compounded quarterly. See. So what is the meaning of quarter? I said it is in every 3 months. In every 3 months the interest will be compounded. That means 4 times in a year. In every 3 months if the interest is compounded, then the interest will be compounded how many times in a year? 4 times in a year. After 3 months, 1 time. So in 1 year there are 12 months. So definitely the interest will be charged how many times in a year? 4 times. Okay. Quarterly means 4 times in a year, or in every 3 months the interest is payable or chargeable, whatever you say. Okay. So now the question is, in this case, what will be the conversion period? Let us find out. Principal is 1000, the same. Rate is 10% per annum, but not annually. Compounded quarterly. See. So when compounded quarterly, that means the interest will be compounded or calculated how many times in a year? 4 times in a year. Now if it is 4 times in a year, if it is 4 times, quarterly means the interest will be compounded 4 times in a year. What is the time period given? It is given 2 years. So then how many times the interest will be compounded in 2 years? Definitely 2 into 4 is 8. So here, in this case, when the interest is compounded at 10% per annum quarterly, the conversion period will be equal to 8 in this case. See. So why it is 8? Because n equal to 2, 4 into t. See. 4, from where did I get 4? Quarterly. Quarterly means 4 times in a year or in every 3 months. So 4 into the time period in years. 4 into the time period in years will be the conversion period. Okay. So children, from this I discussed everything. As I said, interest may be compounded or charged or payable, whatever you say. It may be charged annually, half yearly, that is semi-annually or quarterly. Okay. So when it is charged annually, I said what will happen? Conversion period is equal to the time period. So please remember, whatever time period is given in years, if it is not given in years, you convert it to years. Okay? If it is given in months, days, etc., first you convert it into years to get the conversion period n. Okay? And it is very important to get the value of n, because we are going to discuss the formula. What is the importance of n in computing compound interest? I will discuss in another class. Okay? So when the interest is charged annually, so what will happen? Conversion period will be equal to the time period in years. When it is charged half yearly or semi-annually, the conversion period will be equal to 2 into 2 means, because 2 times in half yearly means 2 times in 1 year, twice in a year you can say 2. So 2 into time period given in year will be the conversion period if interest is charged or payable what? Half yearly or semi-annually. And if the interest is charged quarterly, then the conversion period will be 4 into the time period given in years. Now tell me, what is conversion period? I think you are clear now. Conversion period. What will be the exact definition of conversion period? Conversion period, and what is the difference between conversion? So you see, there must be some difference between conversion period and time period. Okay? Time period we use it in what? Simple interest. But in our compound interest, there is no question of time period. Time period will be given and you have to find the conversion period. Then only you can compute the compound interest using formula. Okay? So now what is conversion period? Tell me children. So it will be definitely number of times that interest is compounded or computed. How many times interest is computed or compounded, you can say. Okay, that is called the conversion period. And is it same as the time period? No, clearly no. Because you see, here the time period is 2, but conversion period is 8, you see. So how time period and conversion period are same? It is totally different. Okay. Time period and conversion period are same only if interest is compounded annually. If interest is compounded annually, then only the time period and what? Conversion period are same. But if interest is charged and half yearly or quarterly, they are totally different. Okay. And how they are different, I discussed now. So conversion period is the number of times. If somebody asks you Someone asks you, what do you mean by conversion period? Children say. So what will be the answer, sir? You can say, sir, how many times interest is compounded for a given time period? For a given time period, number of times interest is compounded or charged or payable, whatever you say, is known as the conversion period. Okay. And for different cases, there are 3 cases I said, interest may be compounded annually, half yearly and quarterly, and for the 3 different cases the conversion period will be different. Okay. So children, this is the concept of conversion period. Okay. So I could not discuss the formula because it was a very lengthy one to discuss. So what will be the formula for compound interest? I will discuss it in a separate class. So I hope whatever I discussed in the previous class and this class, you must have understood. Thank you.